much. Thank you. Okay, so that now brings us to the report of the Papanui-Innes Community Board. We have Deputy Chair Emma Norrish here with us this morning. So Emma, welcome to the table. Thanks very much indeed for joining us. Yeah, we look forward to hearing the presentation of your report. Thank you.
We'll just wait for the PowerPoint to come up. We've had a couple of board events in our area, so we just want to highlight those. Move on to the next one. We had our Community Service Awards for 2017 during July. We had 16 individuals, 1 couple and 2 groups who received awards. So it was a fantastic evening. We had the Northcote School Kapahaka group. There's a couple of the recipients. So that was, and we gave them fruit trees as well as their frame certificates, so they were all very appreciative of that. We also held during July Dusk to Dawn, which is an event for youth done through our board and the Fendleton Waimari Hereward. It's an overnight event from 8 PM to 8 AM. We might show the video, give you a good idea of what the kids got up to. So that was 150 youth as well as 40 youth leaders and council staff who were there for the whole night. And I need to thank Aaron Campbell from the Whenilton Waimari Harewood Community Board for all that video footage and photos. He was there all night and did a great job with that. I'll just highlight a couple of things from the report. You'll see where a working party has been initiated by the Papanui Youth Development to support the installation of an all-access playground in our local area. So the community board has Joe Byrne and Mike Davidson representing us on that working party, so that will be exciting to see what they come up with. We had last week the first of the Styx River Catchment Working Party meetings, which was an initiative from the community board working with 7 community representatives along with elected members and staff. They went through a number of issues with the focus being on action points including weed removal, tree assessment, options for sediment removal and general water management and drainage issues. So that's a real involving our local community and the local decision making process. We're working alongside Coastal Burwood in that process. We also have the St Albans Park Pavilion rebuild. We held a meeting last week with council staff and sports groups who are users of that park to find out exactly what their needs are. So we're waiting for staff to come up with the design before that goes out to the community. So it's exciting to finally see something happening on that park. We want to get it usable again next year. And a major issue for us in our board area at the moment is well, basically mainly in St Albans, around St Albans School down Cranford Street. We're having issues with traffic, cars speeding, running red lights. We got the police out there a few weeks ago to do a blitz on one intersection. They gave out 20 tickets in the space of an hour, 17 of which were for orange and red light running. So it's a real issue because it's a busy road with lots of children crossing. So our board is working on getting a meeting with police, school, community board representatives, so that we can work on what can be done around that area, as well as looking at getting hopefully some barrier arms installed on the Cranford-Berwick intersection just to protect the pedestrians who are standing very close to the road there. That's basically it from us. Any questions?
Great, thank you very much. We've probably got time for a couple of questions. Glenn.
Thank you, Emma. The red light running brings to mind something which I suspect a lot of us have seen. Is it your understanding that is true red light running, or do you think the traffic signals need to be phased longer?
Well, I mean, the morning that the police were there, they obviously gave out those 17 tickets for that offence, so there is an issue there.
Okay.
We are working with our traffic engineer to see what can be done, possibly with the signals.
Yeah, I think this came up a while back to look at the phasing, but...
Well, this one, if I may, it's not, I mean, when the light, you're driving, you've got the green light, when that goes red, there's a considerable time before the other light goes green to give the pedestrians a foremention. It's just more the design of the intersection. There's a slight bend in the roads there, and I don't know why people just think they can keep going. But what surprises me is that the police never came back. They did one sting.
Yeah, so we're following that up with the police.
Yeah.
To get them back again.
It's a bit dangerous. The red seems to become the new orange. I notice a lot of people crashing, so...
So it sounds as though the community board has got some good interaction with the local police.
Yes, we have a great relationship with them. And we're working with them to hopefully get them out. We have a good relationship with our local police, but unfortunately it's the traffic people who have to go and do a lot of that stuff who seem to work a bit separately.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Aaron.
Well, it was just to follow on from Glenn's point. I think you'll find orange isn't the new red, it's red is the new green. But that aside, it's last night's poll, sorry, joke. That phasing that Glenn spoke about, I think, is a problem at that morning time and afternoon when the traffic flow is, the median's about 30k an hour, and I think that's what Glenn's referring to. So it'd be good if we maybe even saw something back at the infrastructure committee to whether the orange phasing needed to be longer. Not that there's anything right about running a red, but there might be something in that.
Yeah, or I know what we have done at Shirley Primary School is with the pedestrian crossing there that's got lights, they've just left a longer gap between when the red light for the cars goes and when the green light for the pedestrians goes. So there should be a time when nobody's going, So that may be an option as well.
And the communities standing down there with signs and stuff, I think that's really had an impact, because most of them are repeat drivers, so they've seen that action of the parents and the school committee, which is certainly to be commended.
Yeah, we've got great community support down there for getting out there and getting something done.
Some good suggestions there as well. Yep, great. All right, so we've got a recommendation here to receive the community board report. Do I have a mover for that? Pauline, seconded. Mike, all those in favour? Against? That's carried. Thanks very much.